Okay, today we are at the home of Betty Torrey. She's been a member of the Orange County, California Rare Fruit Growers for a long time, she says.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
And we're going to take a look at her garden. We're going to look at a number of trees. We're going to also talk a little bit about how to properly prune a mulberry. And we've got that mulberry right behind me. However, this is a little too young to do a full pruning on. So if your mulberry tree is this big, it's probably about 1.5 inches in diameter, right about at my shoulder level. You're going to want it a little bit bigger. Notice the height. It's not real tall. So we're going to look at this as to how do you make a Teas mulberry grow taller and wider. And that's the whole idea behind the Teas mulberry. Unlike any other fruit tree, this has to be pruned special. And so this is typical of all Teas mulberries. They come up and then they bend over and they start going every which way. So the idea behind this type of tree, unlike others, is you want this weeping shape to it. You want it to grow taller, you want it to grow wider. Now the way this tree is set up is it's all off balance. All of the weight is going right now in this direction. We want it to come this way and we want it to go that way. And the only way that's going to happen is when we cut out the lowest branches. So the way we do it is we go inside the tree and cut the branches from the inner side going up. You want to be able to walk around the stem of that tree, and you want to be able to completely walk around. Okay, so this little branch right here that I'm pointing to, that needs to be cut. When you cut this one, now obviously you're going to lose all of these, so you should do this when there's no fruit on it. You cut these, you cut this one, and you're going to cut these from the bottom going up. It will cause this type of thing to happen. You'll get these little branches start coming from what's left. That's what you want. And that's how you begin training it to come this way and widen itself out. And that's how you begin making your little walking path around the stem. Okay, we're going to just trim these up so we're about 2 feet off the ground. Very simple, just take hold and that's it. Main thing is we just want to get them up off the ground so the ants don't get to them. Now at the end of the season I want to come back and then I'm going to start really trimming for shape and do that inside. If I did it now, she would lose all of her fruit for this year. And it's already well along the way and she's very soon to be getting fruit. So that's all this one needs now. In about 6 months we'll come back and take a look at it. Alright, we're in the side garden of Betty's yard and we've got a whole lot of fruit trees along here. We want to take a look at each one. So we're going to start off over here with I believe this one is a Lang Jujube, and right over here to Betty's left this is a Lee. Now I may have those two crossed, but I hope you'll forgive me. This is a Lee Jujube, and one of the things about Jujubes you have to look out for, they're going to send sprouts up across your yard if you're not careful with them. But you get wonderful little fruits, almost apple-like in texture and consistency. When they start turning brown, and there's no fruit on these yet, but when they do, they're ready to start eating, start harvesting. And when they get totally brown and about yay big, you can they dry out and they become wonderful stuffing for turkeys, or you can chew on them. They're just very, very nice. And so we've got a really nice mango here. Look how it's already in bloom. We've already got little fruits here that are just now starting, all covering this tree. Beautiful job on it. And This was one of the set that Roger Myers was kind of keeping track of a number of years ago. We don't know the name of it right offhand. The gardener, when he planted it, threw away the name, so we're having trouble identifying it. I'd like to point down here, okay, we've got nasturtiums growing in the garden, and these are edible. They're a little peppery. You put them in your salad.
The leaves are edible too.
And the leaves are also edible. A little like a turnip, a little like a floury, peppery taste. Really nice. Okay.
This one is a seedling. I planted from a seed.
You planted this from a seed, and we've actually got mangoes on it.
Yeah. So we'll see what it's about 4 years old.
4 years old, and we've just covered in little tiny mangoes all over this fluorescences. Similarly here we've got another mango variety. Do you know this one?
No, those were from Roger.
These were also from Roger. They do fruit.
About 4, yeah.
Probably just a different timeline than these others. One of the nice things about mangoes, over 400 varieties of mangoes. Everything from turpentine to the most delicious, sweet, succulent fruit you've ever eaten. Okay, this is the Suriname cherry, and I want to bring this up so you can see what it looks like, almost like a little pumpkin. This is one of my favorite fruits of all time. And when you bite it, God, that's a good one. Ooh, that's a good one. When you bite into it, it's got one big seed, hence the name a cherry. It is a Suriname cherry, not related to our common American cherries that we grow up in the north. This is a tropical fruit, and they are just delicious. Okay. That's what the cherry seed should look like when you're done. There shouldn't be a scrap of that sweetness on there. These are so delicious. This is, like I say, one of my favorite fruit. All right, we've got little tiny guavas starting off right here. And if we can switch over here, look at these. These are now kind of the shape, and you can see the calyx at the end where the blossom used to be. And these things will grow about that big around and become soft and yellow and just delicious. They kind of taste that wonderful guava flavor in Hawaiian punch. So these are really nice to make into drinks or something like that. Okay. Behind me we've got grapefruit, lots and lots of grapefruit. They've kind of been let go because remember, if you have pre-diabetes, you don't want to be eating this because it will take off the coating around your medications and bring it all out at once, and we don't want those kinds of problems. Okay, so with this peach tree, as with all of the stone fruit, you want to make sure to knock off some of the fruit that are too close together. Like these three are touching and they're tiny, so you really do need to just knock them off. If you don't do this right here, if you don't do that, those will stay small. So you need to take off every other one. So no more than about 3 on a little branch. Okay, this is a Carnation Orange. And if you've never heard of it, you really need to consider putting one of these in your yard. They're very sweet. They're reddish colored or pinkish colored oranges. Not a blood orange, but closing in on it. Very sweet, very delicious. This tree is real healthy, little buds all over it, but the last of the big ones has been picked.
Okay, this is a Moro blood orange. And it is very sweet and red inside. It makes wonderful marmalade and also orange juice.
And then over here, what have we got here?
This is the Nimlio.
Nimlio. I saw some around the corner. There we go.
This is still small. It doesn't get ripe, I think, until August.
It'll get about that big.
Yeah.
This one is a Pinkerton. And one of the nice things about a Pinkerton, if you've got a small yard, these stay pretty small. These will stay nice and small, and you get lots of fruit off of them, and they don't take up a whole lot of altitude. They'll spread sideways, but they don't get too terribly big. Very buttery, very good. What time of the year do you get these usually?
I think they should be about getting ripe.
Right now?
Yeah.
So March, end of March, April,
Yeah.
that's the time for these. This one is a Fuerte. One of my favorite, all-time favorites. I grew up with a Fuerte tree in my grandparents' yard. These are lovely fruit. The trees can get big. They will grow for years and years and years and produce throughout the whole time. They don't require a whole lot of care. And we had ours growing on a street, and it had maybe that much dirt on all sides of it. And it grew and produced tons of fruit over the years. That's a Fuerte. So that's the shape, and they will get quite a bit bigger than this. They'll get like down to here and up to here. But real nice fruit, very delicious. Okay, we're looking at a papaya. We've actually got two papayas here. This came from this tree here. Do you mind?
Cool.
Oh my goodness! This was a hermaphrodite. Look at that. No seeds. I've never seen one with no seeds. I'll be no. You just typically don't get seeds in it, huh? Beautiful. Oh, yep. Okay, I get to try here.
Okay.
Mmm.
It's good?
No, you don't want to eat these.
You don't?
Oh no, I'll eat them. Oh, that's delicious.
I have one in the house, so you can have that one.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go.
It's been producing kind of steady since last summer.
Oh man, it's not a big papaya.
No.
Sure is good. Oh, once you get your papaya cut, I like to sometimes do this, although if I'm really hungry I don't. I just go for it. But if you do that, and you can also do this with mangoes. Oh man. It has that papaya lusciousness to it, mixed with a very sweet honey, almost honey-like flavor. These are just spectacular. I'm really amazed because I've never had one without the seeds.
Yeah, Eunice liked it.
Oh man. Mm.
Yeah, and then sometimes we'll squeeze just a little lime juice on it.
Yeah. These are so healthful. They have a chemical in it called papain. And papain is used to tenderize meat. So when they will process papaya, actually the skin and the inner part of the papaya to make this product called papain, that's what you sprinkle on your meat as a meat tenderizer. And it also helps you digest meats in your body. So if you are a meat eater, and many of us are, this will help you digest that protein. So we've had a lovely day today. Betty, thank you so much for having us over and showing us your garden, and we've loved every minute of it. It's been delicious. I'd like to remind all of you to be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. It really will help us in keeping this going. And Betty, again, thank you so very much.
My pleasure.